Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah, and today I want to talk about learning English. English has been a huge part of my life, and I want to share how much it has helped me. Learning English opened many doors for me. It helped me meet new people, connect with different cultures, and dream bigger than ever. Before I started learning, I didn't realize how much English could change my life. When I began, I was scared. I didn't know many words, and my accent differed from the people I spoke to. Sometimes I felt embarrassed. I was afraid people would judge me or laugh at me because I didn't speak perfectly. But despite all those fears, I kept going. Little by little, step by step, I improved. It was just like a baby learning to walk. When a baby starts to walk, they fall many times, but they always get back up and try again. I did the same thing. I made mistakes, but I didn't let them stop me. Maybe some of you feel the same way right now. Maybe you're shy or afraid to make mistakes. That's normal. Everyone goes through it. But remember, mistakes are not bad. Mistakes help us learn. If we never try, if we never make mistakes, we can't improve. Every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, you are one step closer to being better. Learning English is like learning to swim. At first, the water feels deep and cold, and you might feel nervous. You might be scared of making a mistake or not knowing what to do. But once you jump in and start swimming, it feels much better. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Soon, you won't even think about it, and swimming will become natural to you. The same thing happens with English. When you practice every day, speaking and understanding English will feel more and more comfortable. One of the best ways to learn English is by listening. Listening to English helps you get used to the sound of the language. You will learn new words without even trying. It's like listening to music. You don't have to think about the words at first, but after listening for a while, you start to understand the meaning of the song. The more you listen, the more you will understand, even without realizing it. So, turn on the radio, watch shows in English, or listen to English podcasts. Your brain will start picking up the words and sentences you hear, and you'll improve without even knowing it. Another way to practice is by speaking. You can speak with friends, family, or even by yourself. I know it may sound strange, but I often talk to myself in English. It might seem silly at first, but it really helps. Talking out loud, even if you're just practicing in your room, builds your confidence. You don't need to know big, complicated words to speak well. Simple words are enough. Just try to say what you want, even if it's not perfect. People will understand you, and over time, you will naturally learn more words. The important thing is to keep speaking and practicing. When I was learning English, I was afraid that people would laugh at me, especially when I made mistakes. I remember feeling so nervous when I had to speak in front of others, but something amazing happened. People didn't laugh at me. Instead, they were kind. They listened patiently. They encouraged me, and they helped me when I didn't understand something. That made me feel so much better. It showed me that everyone makes mistakes, and it's okay to not be perfect. What matters is that we try, and the more we try, the better we get. If you're feeling nervous right now, know that it's okay. It's completely normal to feel that way. Every person who has ever learned a new language has felt the same, but don't let fear stop you. The only way to get better is to face that fear and push through it. I know it's not easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. As you continue learning, celebrate your progress. Celebrate every new word you learn, every time you have a conversation in English, and every step you take toward improvement. Even if you feel like you haven't made much progress, remember that you are growing. It might take time, but every effort counts. Keep pushing forward. When I look back now, I can't believe how much I've learned. English has opened so many doors for me. I can speak with people from all over the world, understand movies and books in their original form, and even dream bigger for my future. I never imagined that learning a language would have such a big impact on my life. I want you to know that you can do it too. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep learning. Don't let fear or mistakes stop you. You are capable of more than you think. If I can do it, so can you. And one day, you will look back and be proud of how far you've come. You will speak English with confidence, and you will know that all your hard work paid off. So, if you ever feel discouraged, remember this. Learning English is a journey. It's okay to take it one step at a time. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be afraid. What matters is that you keep moving forward. You've got this. I want to remind you that learning English doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, and that's perfectly okay. There will be days when you feel frustrated. Maybe you'll struggle to understand a movie, or you'll forget a word you've learned many times before. It's easy to get discouraged, but remember that progress is not always linear. Some days will feel like you're moving backward, but those moments are just part of the process. I've had my share of those moments. There were days when I felt like I wasn't improving, even though I was putting in all the effort. But looking back, I see how far I've come. Each little step, no matter how small, was a part of my growth. And that's the same for you. It might feel like you're not getting anywhere some days, but trust me, you are. Every word you learn, every time you try speaking, is progress. Be proud of yourself for doing the hard work. One thing that helped me stay motivated was setting small goals. Sometimes, the idea of becoming fluent in English can feel overwhelming, especially when you're just starting. But setting small, achievable goals made the process feel more manageable. It could be something as simple as learning 5 new words each day, or having a short conversation with a friend in English. Every time I reached a goal, no matter how small, I felt a sense of accomplishment that kept me going. If you're feeling lost or unsure about where to start, set one small goal for yourself today. Maybe it's to read a short story in English, or listen to a podcast for 10 minutes. These little achievements will add up, and over time, you'll be amazed at how much you've learned. Another thing that helped me was finding a community of people who are also learning English. Whether online or in person, being around others who understand your struggles can be so encouraging. I joined online forums, language exchange groups, and even found friends who were learning with me. We would practice together, share resources, and motivate each other when things got tough. If you can, try to find a group of people to practice with. Learning together makes the journey more enjoyable and less lonely. If you don't have a group to practice with, don't worry. There are so many resources online where you can practice. You can find language partners, tutors, and videos that are specifically designed for English learners. I spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos that helped me with my grammar and pronunciation. I also followed English-speaking channels on social media, which gave me the chance to hear different accents and expressions. The more exposure you have to the language, the easier it will be to understand and speak it. Sometimes, though, learning English can feel like a huge task, especially when life gets busy. You might have school, work, family, and other responsibilities. I've been there, and I know how hard it can be to find time for English when everything else demands your attention. But remember, every little bit counts. Even if you only have 10 minutes a day, that's enough. You don't have to dedicate hours every day to learning English. Just make a small effort each day, and over time, it will add up. It's about consistency, not perfection. One trick I used was to integrate English into my daily life. I would label objects around my house with their English names, so I could practice without even thinking about it. I also changed my phone and social media settings to English, so I could practice every time I checked my messages or used an app. This made English a part of my everyday life, and it helped me learn in a natural, relaxed way. You don't have to take huge steps to improve. Sometimes, it's the small things that make the biggest difference. Whether it's listening to a song in English, reading a book, or speaking for just a few minutes, those moments add up. It's all about building a habit and making English a part of your life, not something you have to force yourself to do. One of the best things about learning English is how it opens up new opportunities. When I started, I didn't know how much it would change my life. But now, I can connect with so many people from different parts of the world. I can watch movies without subtitles, understand songs better, and read books in their original language. English has given me the chance to explore new cultures and perspectives. It's helped me connect with people I never would have met otherwise. And I know that this will happen to you too. As you continue to learn and grow in English, you'll start to notice all the ways it's enriching your life. You'll feel more confident when you travel, when you meet new people, and when you face new challenges. English will become a tool that opens doors to new experiences, and you'll feel proud of everything you've accomplished. So, as you keep learning, remember this. It's okay to feel unsure at times. It's okay to make mistakes. What matters is that you keep going. Every small step, every word you learn, and every time you try to speak is bringing you closer to your goal. You're not alone in this journey. We're all in this together, and we can all learn and grow at our own pace. If you're ever feeling discouraged, just look back at how far you've come and remind yourself that you're doing great. Keep practicing, keep pushing forward, and know that every day you're one step closer to your dream. You can do it. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope it helps you feel inspired and motivated to keep learning. Remember, English is a journey, not a race. Take your time, be kind to yourself, and never give up. You've got this.